I asked you to vacate the premises. I'm occupying it and there's nothing here to take.
Calm down, Sherba. Vupalov sent me.
Is the professor doing okay? He didn't succumb to intoxication from that poison of his, did he? Its alcohol by volume is nearing pure ethanol. Not to mention the anomalous component. What a fall from grace. A great scientist resorting to making vodka.
Dvupalov sent me to get the key card for X5. I'm looking for the Phantom Suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison. Alright, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the controller project and bring them back to me.
Tell me what you know about the controller project.
The controller project did involve some research on phantoms, but its main objective was to develop specimens modified with both biological and technological enhancements. Unlike their mutant predecessors, which were impossible to keep in their cages, these were meant to be trained as soldiers to protect Project X personnel. Can you imagine? Not even S.T.A.L.K.E.R is attempting anything like that nowadays. They haven't even managed to create a single new specimen.
Why do you want those papers?
I tried to convince Professor Dvupalov that I'm a worthy successor to his great work, but all I received from him was a couple of his drafts, one of which had been used as a food wrapper. I'm talking about research that could etch our names into history. Since the professor doesn't seem to recognize it, I'll take it upon myself to finish the job for him.
Since I'm headed to X5, tell me about the lab.
Until recently, no one even knew it existed. The research there was classified, and the lab had been mothballed for quite some time. Then Duty did some cleanup with heavy explosives there, and found hidden levels beneath Agroprom. I used certain informal channels to reach out to the professor. That's how I found out it was an old mutant research lab. I can't even begin to fathom what's going on in there right now.
Hand me that key card, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
Alright. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.
You're having trouble sleeping too, I see. Let's get started early today. We're going to explore how your brain responds to metaphors and imagery. Empathy and abstract thinking. Those are the traits that separate us from simple beasts. And they're what separates you from the other mutants. In theory, at least. I rummaged through my library and came across something that suits our circumstances perfectly. I hope you won't mind a little poetry. Not backwards, forwards is the spirit side. This moment now alone is our delight. From what I have observed, he's more than a work of art. He hasn't ceased to amaze us since he was connected to the Monolith Network. Faust opts to encourage the fighters, to inspire them, rather than relying on his controller abilities.
He's not just a soldier. He's a general.
Yes, you make a good point. Remind me, where are the blueprints for the suppressor?
I've seen Skiff in action. He's a formidable adversary, so give it your all. Once we're through with him, you can have whatever you want. All I'm after is Korshun's badge. Let's do it!
you just move on? When are you going to let it go, huh?
The Stalker, he's back. Those papers I mentioned, do you have them?
Where are your manners, young man? You won't even offer a man a shit and pour him a cold one?
Here. I don't want to be anywhere near these things.
This is... Yes! This is it! At last!
There's nothing exciting in there anyhow. I've told you before, young man, if even my own work can end in failure.
Faust wasn't exactly a failure. In a way. Haven't you heard? He tapped into the X network, brought the monolith back, and caused a bloodbath all over the zone.
So he's... your project? The abilities you incorporate...
Shut up! I knew I was right all along. So that bunch of old farts in pots haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the monolith was a stroke of genius.
Thanks for those papers. They're a treasure worth all the years I spent at Malachite. We'll stay in touch. I've got grand plans for the future.
And I told them that the only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think, to feel, and make decisions. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't align with what the Ward, the NDST or anyone else had in mind. But I did succeed.
The MDST? What's that?
The scientists from Project X who, unlike me, were eager to continue their research even after it was officially shut down. It appears they were the ones who made the controller project a reality. Officially, they had no funding or approval to proceed. However, C Consciousness wasn't content with merely creating the zone. They were determined to safeguard a pitiful existence. That's why they needed the monolith, and later on, Faust and his abilities.
Why did you create Faust?
The mutants turned out to be far too unpredictable, useless, and downright dangerous. The aim was to mold them into obedient soldiers. The Liege had some success with more primitive tools. But I believed we were on the wrong path. The error, I thought, lay in the very design of the controllers. Without consciousness and human empathy, their C abilities were pitiful. Faust demonstrated this vividly, but masterful tools necessitate much more precise fine-tuning.
Who is Faust now? What have you turned him into?
We granted him the abilities of a controller mutant. But I'm convinced that Faust has retained his humanity. See, there's no more Project X, no C Consciousness, no MDST to protect. He wasn't being directed by a program. He initiated this of his own free will. I believe the monolith became an idea to him. Give a man an idea he can grasp, and he'll do much more than he would ever do cursed. I've always said that it works better than any leash.
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're here. All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
A lot of good soldiers died because of him.
Soldiers killing other soldiers. It's a tale as old as time. Why should I care? I've provided you with a weapon to use against Faust. It's up to you to find someone to install it. You're as much of a fool as I am if you think you can set things right. The controller project was abandoned, and yet Faust endures. Monolith disappeared, and now it has returned. Go ahead and kill Faust, Stalker. It won't change a thing. You'll see.
Quit bugging me, you Loki.
Moving into position! Cover me!
Enemy is close. He's looking. Hold him down. I need to reload.
Anytime. Eddie's.
What is it, Stalker? I've got enough on my plate as it is.
I need a special upgrade for my suit.
Can't you see what's going on? I won't lift a finger without Korshunov say so. He's in the infirmary at the moment. Maybe you can work something out with him.
I need to get that Dvoryankov's vodka shot at Ed's. Might help me get to fully.
To all officers and NCOs, please conduct an additional survey at your earliest convenience. Any additional skills or experience your personnel may have will help us restaff to the appropriate level.
And recuperate? My men died getting your asses out of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I damn near died at the Dugas, and now you're telling me to rest?
I'm afraid there is nothing else I can do for you right now.
You've been promising me Class 5 sea protection for years!
Colonel, sir, no one expected the small Dugas to...
No one, huh? My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them!
At least you didn't share their fate.
What?
We selected soldiers and studied them in order to understand how Psi immunity works, but this procedure had a side effect we weren't expecting. Loss of protection against targeted Psi exposure.
What the hell does that mean?
We have created Class 5 protection as promised, but it only works for you, Colonel.
Get out of here! Golly, you bastards! Stand down! Those monolithians. They fight like it's their last stand and die happy. Faust could be envied. Huh. I'm good. Hold on. What's the deal with the Promin factory?
We found a depleted American, Colonel.
Ozetsky. Get to Malachite on the double. Find out what's going on.
Why? Please don't. What's going on? Tell me.
Shut up. For once in your damn life, just shut the fuck up! Class 5 Psi protection, you little shit! My soldier's blood is on your hands.
I had no idea. I swear, Colonel, if...
Shut your mouth. What have you got, Skiff?
Ozetsky wanted me to get the mirror facility online. It could be important.
I need to see Zersky, Colonel. I have to talk to him in person. You can trust...
You'll go with my men. Now get out of here.
I know how to take Faust down. But I'll need some help from a tech.
You'll have all the help and equipment you need. Get it done, Stalker. I know you can.
The Colonel could use some rest. Let's not disturb him.
How bad is the Colonel's injury?
His spine has sustained significant damage. The chances of him walking again are pretty slim, but we are utilizing all the Institute's know-how to aid him.
What's the deal with the Colonel's Psi protection?
To put it simply, it's an immunity to any kind of Psi exposure. That means that a Colonel can withstand the direct effects of an emission for a brief period, even without protection.
How did you come up with Class 5 Psi protection?
I suppose there is no point in hiding it now. In the Psi medicine lab, we routinely detoxified the soldiers to counteract the zone's harmful influences, such as radiation and chemical poisoning. At the same time, we assessed their thresholds of tolerance to directed Psi radiation, gradually increasing the exposure. Regrettably, not all soldiers could tolerate even minor doses well enough. In fact, only Colonel Korshunov was able to adapt to it. Good luck.
If there's anything that should be available to everyone in the zone, it's healthcare. The Colonel might think stalkers self-heal, but physiology tends to disagree. Besides, it's pretty fascinating to treat folks like you. You tend to venture into places the wards would never set foot in. Our cutting-edge healthcare is at your disposal.
Wait for it, guys.
Keep some bandages and a medkit close. Might come in handy.
Stupid pranks among our ranks.
I need to get that Dvoryankov's vodka shot at Ed's.
Wait for it, guys. Here's a good one.
I was informed that Korshunov gave the go-ahead. Come on, quickly. The usual? Good as new? Take good care of your gun, and it'll work like a charm.
possession of a device that can protect from Fal's influence. We must act fast. We're getting ready to take the Dugas under the IPSS control and get rid of those fanatics once and for all. Your help can increase our chances. Our forward command post is close to the Dugas. Sending over the coordinates, and you'll get the details once there. We need everyone to pitch in right now.
Man, we're too... It's worth... Good luck, bud.
Where do you want to go, Stalker? I'll take you... Safe travels. Where do you want to go, Stalker? I'll take...
I'd love me a drink, but I'm all out of coupons.
You got some business here, or you just want to shoot the shit?
You said you had a proposal for me.
Right. The job's pretty important. Tell me, Skiff, what do you do when somebody lays claim to something that belongs to you? When someone stands between you and your goal?
I never give up what's mine without a fight.
The same goes for me. I knew we were cut from the same cloth ever since I heard those rumors about you from the slag heap. Before you got involved in my affairs.
Explain.
I'm the one who told the ringmaster to kidnap Beard's men, Skiff. And the ensign didn't go after the Sultan's briefcase on a tip from a disgruntled henchman. The tip came from me.
So, what do you want from me?
You're already mixed up in my business anyway, so help me bring it to fruition. I want to rid Zaton of Beard, and the Sultan, and their endless games. The zone is changing, Skiff, and it's changing very quickly. Those who change along with it will prosper, and those who fail to adapt in time will perish. The Sultan and Beard don't want change. As long as they're here, Zaton will suffer. Get them out of the picture, and I'll make sure the Sultansk has a bright future.
And why can't you run the place the same as always? Why would Beard and the Sultan make things worse for Zaton?
Do you know the history behind these two? It's been going on for years. At first, Beard was in charge here. The Sultan hung around the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, smiling to his face but plotting behind his back. Then, 7 years ago, the Sultan kicked Beard off the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Last year, Beard came back, and the Sultan allowed him to take over the Shevchenko. He just let him in. Get it? That's just the way they like it. Not quite together, not quite separate. But if someone takes advantage of their little games and attacks Zaton, it's gonna be the end for bandits and loners alike.
All right. I'll take the job.
Great. The Sultan and Beard arranged a meeting near the harbor cranes. They say they want to negotiate, but nothing's gonna come of it. They'll both have their entourages with them. Don't just barge in guns blazing. I want the Sultan and Beard dead, but I need their men alive. The Sultan is cautious. He never goes to a meeting without a sniper covering him. Find the sniper's hiding place and take him out. Then you'll have a perfect firing position. Good luck, Skiff.
I'm a lucky goddamn charm. Even here.
Watch your mouth, Beard. I used to play nice with you, until you started ordering your men to loot my stashes. I couldn't care less about your stashes. You're the one who went off the rails here. First you take over the Skadovsk, and now you're using my men for turkey shoots. That's enough. I've got plenty of men and guns to put an end to this. You've grown some balls all of a sudden, huh? Watch out, tough guy. I'll tell you again real slow so you can understand. I didn't give the ringmaster any orders.
If you didn't, then who did?
Wake up! Shoot them before they get away!
What the? Get away from the windows!